So get the countdown timer ready to go. We got it. Okay. So it's gonna be a good show. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
Been looking forward to it all week. Actually, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So we got Lane doing the intro tonight.
Okay.
I almost forgot to come up with the intro.
Whoops.
I thought I had it set, and I got in here. I looked at it. Oh, it's not in. It's last week's intro, so I had to hurry up and do that real quick. So I don't have a belt of the week video. I had one. I don't know what I did with it, but I got the belt right down here, so I have to show it on the camera instead of doing the video. I don't know what happened to it. I just had an off week. You guys got any belts you want to show off?
I have my TNT behind me and my Wing Eagle. So
okay,
if you need that, either that or I can pick something else out.
Okay. Well, I think you showed the TNT last week, didn't you?
All right. Let's see. Do you want me to do my custom spinner?
Sure.
All right. Let me pull it out of the case. I'll be right there.
All right. 4 minutes till go time. I'm really looking forward to this interview. She's gonna be fun.
I think it's gonna be a great interview.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I don't know what's going to happen when we bring, who in, but buckle up. It's gonna be a wild ride.
It's an extended show, Mark. Come on.
Yeah.
Can you see the color and what the light like it is?
I'm gonna go ahead and send him the link. I'm going to send him the link. And I'll bring him in once we get started with the page. All right.
I got to add a tip to this one.
Just the tip.
Have it.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. Just the
Did
tip.
you tell us about that spinner?
I believe I did.
Okay. Nice. Somebody commented in the group today wondering how to stop it from spinning.
There's a screw you can buy from Wrestling Superstore that you screw into it and it keeps it still. Yeah.
I didn't know that. I know that Stephen Hammer put a playing card in there to stop it from spinning.
Yeah, you can do that too. You can put a piece of clear acrylic behind it, but they have a screw that just keeps you tighten it, and it keeps it perfect. You take out the original screw and you just screw it right into it.
Oh, that's what. Okay, I wonder where you put it. All right, let me get my intro ready, and we'll get started. It's gonna be a fun night. We had thunderstorms in the area last night. We got snow supposedly coming in on Saturday.
We had storms last night. We lost our power at 1 a.m. Didn't come back till about 9:30 today.
Well, I woke up to thunder, but hardly any rain. And then they said they're in Oklahoma City, which is 2 hours away. I'll be there Saturday. It's supposed to get snow. That's just weather in Oklahoma. If you don't like it, wait a minute, it'll change. We had snow and tornadoes in the same day one day in the state.
Wow, what a combination!
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Andy, Rangers took that series.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh, nice.
Our bats fell asleep.
Yeah. I saw a really good defensive play by one of your guys on a foul ball.
Ellie De La Cruz.
Yeah. He
That
just
guy
slid in there and nowhere.
He can do everything.
Yeah. We're going to be a minute late to get started, but it's okay.
That's all right.
I wasn't watching the clock. I wonder if I have Nor watching tonight. He didn't watch last week.
Yeah, I was concerned. He wasn't. I guess
Well,
the hot
sometimes
tub.
it takes a week.
The
Sometimes
hot tub. His hot tub must have been very enjoyable last week.
Yeah, probably so.
Can't blame the guy.
No, you can't. 1 minute till go time.
Okay.
I like this countdown timer format.
Try to figure out how I'm gonna sleep.
Oh, you can't sleep on your side, can you?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Can you buy one of those pillows that you can sleep in between? Buy a body pillow?
I think I already got one body pillow. I already sleep with one body pillow. So I'm gonna have to pick a side. So I usually sleep on my non-dominant side on my left side.
Okay. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. We'll make the introductions brief and then we'll bring her in.
Okay.
This is actually one of my first belts.
Really?
I bought it in. I bought it. It's a Figs. It's the original spinner that came out.
That's what I got.
I bought the Wing.
2005.
The Attitude Era Wing Big Eagle. And I bought the Big Gold. And
Okay.
I actually sold the big gold to somebody because I already have one.
All right, let's get her started.
Let's go.
Hey folks, this is Lane, aka Cadillac. Do you like talking wrestling belts? Well, I got just a podcast for you. Every Thursday night from 7 to 9 Central, spanning the globe. Join Mark, Richard, Andy, Jimmy, and myself, and let's have some fun.
Good evening, everybody. It is Thursday night, and you know what that means? It means we're going to go spanning the globe. Thank you for joining us tonight. We have a very special guest we'll get to you just shortly. I want to remind everybody before we get started, though, that this show is sponsored by Marked Leather Championship Belt Leathering, by Ashley Southern Designs, and by Unique Championship Belts. I want to give a special shout out to our brother podcast, Kevin Davenport, and the Double Dropkick podcast, DDK. He's got a very special episode coming up on Saturday night, and you don't want to miss that. And we want to thank him for his partnership with these podcasts. So before we get into the main event, let me bring in my co-host for the evening. Mr. Richard Ward, good evening.
What's going on, everybody?
Let me also introduce to you Mr. Andy B. Good evening.
Good evening.
And last but certainly not least, Mr. Ben Walker. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, everyone.
And we will get to the comments shortly. We're going to change our format just a little bit because I want to get our guest on, and I want to introduce her. She is Paige Collette, professionally known as Black Dahlia. She is a professional wrestler, and she's got a special story she would like to tell us tonight. So let me bring her on. Good evening.
Hey.
Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for joining Spanning the Globe. How are you doing this evening?
Hey guys, I'm so stoked to be brought on. How does the camera angle look?
Everything's great.
Good.
Looks
Everything's good. I feel like
Yep.
it's far away. I don't know.
No, you're great.
No, you're good. You're great. You're good.
All right. I am stoked to be on. I'm excited to talk to you guys tonight. How long do we have?
We're on for 2 hours, but you don't have to stay the whole time unless you want to.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Let's see.
Typically
Let's
we're
go
gonna
with the
stay an hour,
flow.
but if you want to stay longer, you're more than welcome to stay a little bit longer. So
Yeah. And you guys reached out to me because you had my girlfriend Bronwyn on, correct?
absolutely, Bronwyn Billington.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Always welcome.
it's her fault.
It's her fault. Did you guys know of me before her?
I actually followed you on Instagram and Broadwin way before we had her on the show.
Oh,
Bronwyn said-
sick.
Yeah.
Bronwyn had nothing but love for you, so we had
Yeah,
bring you
she's
on.
like an angel. I love working with her, and we're setting something up, which my health has slowed down the process, obviously. But
Right.
her and I have a lot of things cooking, and she's like, we're literally double trouble. Like, we are the two, like, blonde twins. She's my Canadian sister, and her and I are going to do a lot of fun things in wrestling very soon.
Well, you both are
Yes, that was us just last year. That was the first time we worked together. We did a signing up at the famous, what was it? What is it? The arena in Philly?
ECW.
Yeah, there we go, baby. That one. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and we met a lot of fans and did a signing, and I think she inducted her dad in the Hall of Fame at that arena that night. And then it's so foreshadowing because she's so humble and doesn't realize what of a princess she is in this business. Like, she's literally royalty to us wrestlers, but she is definitely going to end up like getting offered to induct her dad in the WWE Hall of Fame. I can just see that happening within the next couple of years.
We've
That's our hopes and prayers.
Yes, we've had her twice on the show, and we talked about just that exact thing. So we're hoping the show is helpful in that endeavor.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna get her information out there, and she deserves the world. Like, she is an amazing person, and I love her, and I can't wait to get my passport set up so I can see her. I can see her very soon because, like, she's in Canada, so I kind of have to get a passport. I love that shot. That's actually from the same arena with the same company, but that was for a Halloween show.
That is an awesome shot.
Yeah, so basically, that's me completely in gimmick, though, but just battling a sickness and being able to just stand there and perform for everyone, like, and then to be at such a really prestigious company up there in Philly, and everything hasn't been announced or locked in stone yet, but you guys will definitely be seeing me up there very soon with my friend Nathaniel. But that moment right there, I love that shot because you could just see almost like me breaking the Harley Quinn character. Maybe it's just me just seeing it, but if you guys knew me as a person as Paige as opposed to Dahlia, you kind of see it in my face right there, the pure joy of, oh my gosh, like, I'm not in a wheelchair.
You're taking in the moment,
saying?
you're taking in the moment right there. You can see
like
it.
I hardly ever break character. I normally am just consumed in the performance, but you definitely see just a shine in me. Like, I love it so much.
Yeah, you can tell you love what you do.
Yeah, and to have
I lost her. Okay, well, we'll hope we get her back.
Yeah.
Yeah, lost sight and sound. Okay.
She might have her cord unplugged.
That could be. I mean, it's happened to me with this camera. I'll have to just bump this little box here. So, but yeah, you can tell from this picture, she just loves what she does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. It's a great picture.
And she's been able to.
Says the 2300 arena. Turnbuckle Robot. What's up, guys?
Okay. Let me go back to the comments real quick.
So thank you, man.
Your connection back. There's Ashley. It's Ashley Southern Designs. Hopefully,
Ashley, what's up?
Rylan, what's up?
Hello, Rylan. Hello, Rylan.
Hey, Rylan.
In case he's watching.
Ashley.
CJ Smith. Hello.
What's up, CJ?
What's up?
Jason.
What's up?
Hello, Kirk Hall said hello to him earlier.
Jason, long time no see, buddy.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jason.
In a week.
Yeah, a whole week, Jason.
Glad to hear that, Chris. Hello. Hello, Jim.
Jim, what's up, buddy?
What's up, Jim?
Hopefully she'll click back in here in a minute.
Dude, this spinner's heavy. I have to put it on my lap.
Okay. Glad you said spinner. I had to think about that for a minute. Hell, Phil.
Hey, Phil, what's up?
Come on, Phil.
Kevin O'Keefe.
What's going on, cuz?
Howdy.
What's up, Kevin?
By the way, Kevin, I said hello for you at Traditions Leather.
She popped back in. Yep.
Welcome back.
There you are.
There she is.
Someone started calling me. I am so sorry.
That's okay.
I didn't answer it, but I hit exit and then it just froze on your side, so I had to go back in.
Yeah. Well, we knew you'd come back.
Welcome back, Paige.
Yes.
Hello. I just wanted to re-enter. I didn't. I felt like my introduction wasn't razzle dazzle enough, so I thought I'd add a little.
There you go.
I thought I'd add a little bit of a spark to it. So there you guys go. I'm back. Haha.
It was so good we had to see it again.
Exactly.
I got a question I got to ask off the back to get this out of the way. What is your nationality? Not that it matters, but yeah, what is your background? What's your nationality?
Like no one can guess this. I'm
gonna say Italian. Latina Italian.
No one can guess this correctly, and you got to think like we're all mutts, and we all have different heritage, but everyone gets this wrong. So you guessed that. Does anyone else have any guesses?
I was guessing Italian just because of your last name.
Well, the last name's more French, babe.
Oh, you're right. I was close.
Well, I guess I just exposed that. Shit. No. Anyone else?
No idea.
No idea. No one ever gets it right.
Russian. How about Russian?
Good guess. No. So basically, from my family records that I have always had, like they have this little binder. I am a mutt, obviously, but basically my great grandfather was the son of Chief Greathouse of a Navajo clan, and so I have Navajo blood in me mixed with French and German.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, that's just what I'm mixed with. But whenever I have a decent tan and I'm traveling, a lot of people think I'm mixed with Latino, but a lot of people when I was training under Rikishi thought I was mixed with Samoan, but no one can ever get the Navajo, which I get, but
I would never guess that.
Some people guess the German, which with the Russian you were pretty close.
Just a guess.
I don't know why I thought.
Oh, that was just a guess. Well,
yes,
fuck you.
Just a guess.
So how
anyway, Chief Greathouse is probably what you guys have been confused by.
Oh, okay. So what got you into professional wrestling?
It was crazy. It was like a lot of people have the cliche story of, they're in diapers and that's when they first watched, like, maybe it was their grandmother or something, because old ladies love that shit. And oh wait, what is this podcast rated? Have I already cussed?
Just a couple times.
Yeah,
motherfucker! Are we allowed to cuss or no?
That's totally up to you. We do have young people watching, so
fuck.
So you're fine.
Just let me know when I cuss, okay?
Okay.
Wait, yeah, tell your producers just to bleep me out. So
we don't have that.
What kind of production you think this is? Producers? What?
We're on a spam budget.
Your production team is gonna hate me because, like, when you guys go back into editing, it's just gonna be.
No, this is a raw, rugged show. So whatever you say, it's on the air.
Yeah.
Well, fuck me. And people wonder why I'm probably not going to go to TV wrestling. Well, you just figured it out.
We tell our commenters it's a family-friendly show. So
yeah.
Oh fuck! So
no, it's fine. It's fine.
Well, you listen.
I like her.
It's just my personality doesn't really vibe with live television.
I got you. Okay.
We'll put it out there right now. Our show tonight is going to be a little spicy.
Yeah.
So
there's always a disclaimer. There's always a disclaimer before I go on people's podcasts. I swear to God.
Hold on, I'm working on it right now.
There's always a viewer discretion is advised. You want to throw that up on the screen really quick so everyone knows, and then we can start over. That'll be the third introduction. Yes, I guarantee you've never had someone come on the podcast 3 times with the razzle dazzle. Wait, let me walk in on it. All right, let me know. Give me my cue.
Ladies and gentlemen, now entering the studio, Black Dahlia.
There she is. Yay! You can see 17.
Hey, it's not that bad unless a nipple comes
No,
out.
no,
It's
no,
more
no.
like rated R.
PG-13. How's that?
Did you just put N17 on there, you motherfucker? Jesus, this is not a Rob Zombie flick.
Okay, hang on. I
have been recently compared to his wife though, which was like the badass compliment.
Is that better?
No, you might need to go up, baby. I might talk about giant dick monsters in a minute.
Okay. Well,
this is
we'll just roll with the flow.
We'll just send mom roses. That's all.
You can leave that up there. You and like put it in red highlight and put rated R or whatever, and just put it next to my photo so I can screenshot that. So everyone's gonna like lose their they're gonna shit their panties because everyone like I'm talking even bougie motherfuckers, they laugh at this shit. So like this is just me. This is just literally me. And also just make sure my nipple's not out, like because that like you might lose sponsors.
Okay. Or we might get some.
We might, yeah.
A win is a win. All right.
There you go.
It's all how you look. It's all how you look at it.
So you got into professional wrestling, and Rikishi had played a role in this, correct?
He's not the one that brought me in the business, but he's one of the ones that had a hand in training me. So basically, it was an odd setup, and there's so many details, which, of course, this is going to be, and I can go into more detail later, but this is actually being in the process, and it has been, and then now it's continuing even on a more bougie level, but this is going to be a documentary, and this is like my whole life story. Everything that you guys are asking is literally going to be not only in a book that's being written, but it's going to be actually like a whole freaking movie, and you guys are going to be able to watch it like pretty soon. Yeah, so it's very exciting. But basically, so I'll go in more detail if you guys ask the correct questions, because it's pretty intense how I got involved with wrestling, because I was not the person that watched it in diapers with my family. No one in my family watched wrestling. No one was a fan of wrestling, and like me and my family have had a rocky relationship, and we've been mending things. So I don't mean to speak of the past, but that this is just the truth, and I'll always tell the truth. But when I got involved with wrestling, I was told that wrestling is trash, and I am now trash for doing it. So
so they're not very supportive of this endeavor.
Yeah, so like going from the only professional wrestler I dare say I ever heard of, like right before John Cena, Batista, and The Rock started blowing up in Hollywood, I dare say the only celebrity I have ever heard of and involved with wrestling was Hulk Hogan. Like I dead ass, you could list besides the people I just listed now, of course. Besides those guys, list any famous male or female, and you could put them in an elevator with me, and I wouldn't have known who the fuck that was.
Wow.
Like that's just was my upbringing. Like I did. When I was a child, I did sports and dance, and I was really involved with the arts, and wrestling just wasn't one of the options. I remember getting involved with the dance lessons super early because like my sister Pilar, I have an elder sister that the age limit was like 4 or 5 to do like dance classes, and that like so she was in the classes, but where I would go to the classes with her, they actually made me officially on the teams and stuff and in the classes. So I was able to start the lessons early through that loophole, and I literally started my dance lessons, my acting lessons, everything that we touched, volleyball, basketball, softball. I started that, like especially the dance, at the age of 2. And then I think volleyball was like at the age of 7, and then basketball was like at the age of 4. Like I started all these different sports, and by the time I got to 18 and got involved with wrestling, it kind of like was organic for me, but it was so carny. It was so different. It was quite literally me, an 18-year-old child, running away with the circus. So
I see that, yeah.
So that there's a lot of details in that precious time at the age of 18 when I got involved. Like there's a lot of details there that that molded me into becoming a wrestler, and it's a fascinating tale for sure.
So you have an athletic background that led up to this.
Yeah, 1,000%. Like I got casted in the and one basketball team and the youth girls team. There was like I dare say they picked the best like girls out of like Indiana and Ohio during a certain age bracket. I dare say they picked like 300 kids or something, and they had this big camp. And out of that camp, they picked like 12 girls, and I was one of them, and I made the cut. So like that's how good I was, and I just was brought up in sports, and then I was brought up in the theater, and I like my okay. So at the age of 2 is when I started my athletic background. Well, with my theater, I started at infancy because in the church I played baby Jesus. So like as a baby. So like at infancy I started my acting career. So
oh my goodness.
So it's like I was literally made for wrestling, and then so it kind of made sense, but it took 2 years for me to even fall in love with wrestling after I got involved with the business. And it took me 2 years to truly understand the business, like on that level, and to fall in love with it, to respect the sport, and to be like, okay, I'm gonna actually train and become a wrestler. Because at the time I was just that model actor, that young kid that was a valet. So, and then I started the process of becoming a professional wrestler. But I'm so excited to share all the details, all the juicy details of how I got involved with the business and the different ins and outs of what that little 18-year-old child had to do, that little young adult had to do. Like I literally was homeless, and I was in the Appalachian Mountains, and I came across a gypsy, and she foresaw my future and my injury, and like there's just so many things that happened to me. It's a movie.
Did you have anybody that mentored you at all through this process?
In the early stages, when I was homeless for the first time in my life, after choosing wrestling, all I had was my friend Nathaniel, who he went by Nate Cross back then, but his gimmick is now Evil Nate Hewitt, Chainsaw Nate, and he picked me up on the side of the road when I was homeless, and the wrestling community literally raised me. And even though the carnies, they're like it can be like a cult, like I went from one upbringing to the next. Like the indies, the carnies, they literally raised me, and they molded me into who I am now initially. But after being abused on the indies for a minute, and I came across my first mentor, Bobby Blaze, and he's like, "Hey, listen, kid." He's like, "You're the diamond in the rough." Like he's like, "You need to be a wrestler." He's like, "I see you on TV. You need to do this. Like you have the it. You need to train and stuff." So basically, Bobby pulled me to the side and started my training, and we got it on footage, and we have the footage still, and it's gonna be in my doc. But the footage of me locking up for the first time just so happened to be with Bobby Blaze. And ironically enough, here we are, full circle, me getting back into wrestling, and I'm now linking up with Bobby Blaze, and it just so happens his training facility, it's the same exact ring.
Wow.
From all those years ago. Wow. Yeah, it's like spooky. It's very spooky, but it's really cool.
My question
like back
is,
home.
Who were some of the women in the business and men in the business that you looked up to as you got into your wrestling career?
Definitely my mentors, Bobby Blaze, and then of course when I went out to Texas after that, and trained under Funaki and then Rikishi. Like those are definitely my mentors and my coaches will always be people I look up to because they treated me so good when I was under them. But as for female talent that I look up to right now, it's always been like Trish and Natalia, obviously, and then maybe even Charlotte. Like with Charlotte's career, like those three are like just definitely women I've always idolized.
Those are some good picks.
Yeah, and dream matches.
That's pretty cool. What's up, Tyler? What's going on, guys?
Hello, Tyler. We're talking with Paige Collette, aka Black Dahlia, and she's joining us on Spanning the Globe. We appreciate that greatly. She's telling us about her career in professional wrestling. Who was your first professional wrestling match against, and how did that go?
All right, so all my matches were with my schooling. So when I ended up being put in the wheelchair, that was still when I was at school. So my first school match was probably with just Nate at Funaki's, and that meant a lot to me. Out in LA, one of my favorite matches was with one of the girls out there named Gisette, and she just like led me, and then I had my first tag team match out there. And I liked my match with Dragon too, but my school matches will always stand out to me. But one of the pivotal parts of my story is right in front of my coach Rikishi. I was injured and put in the wheelchair, and granted we didn't know it was a disease, we didn't know it activated a nerve sickness, but when I was put in that wheelchair, that was the end of my story. I was never able to go out on the indies and make money and do this and have a career or have a debut match on the indies or go and audition for TV. So the whole pivotal part of my story is to have my body get healthy enough to have that true debut match, and it's all set up for my doc, and it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be like tear jerking.
Well, we'll be praying for you. We're praying
absolutely.
for you to have that.
Thank you.
You got our backing.
Being a professional wrestler that's too sick to wrestle, it's scary and it's been sad, but also it's going to make a huge impact when I have that match this year, and I'm excited to share it with everyone. It's going to be really cool.
Will Rodwin be a part of that? Will she be a valet or tag team partner?
That's a good question. It's definitely going to be that there's a lot in the works, and she's definitely going to be a part of the doc. She's definitely going to be a part. She's already a part of my book. You know, she's already a part of my whole movie. I'm going to be going to Canada as soon as I get my passport situated, and her and I are going to be linking up. I'm going to be filming up there, hopefully, and then I want to bring her back down here, and whenever I get the setup for that match, I guarantee she would definitely fly in and be there for me.
We loved having her on the show. She said such beautiful things about you, and she
I'm disappointed she can't be here tonight.
Yeah, Kevin says wishing you the best. He says keep fighting. It's not easy, but stay positive.
That's our brother podcast.
Positivity. It is. It's you're totally right. It is hard to stay positive when you're in constant pain, when you're sick. I mean, no cure, gloom and doom. But being able to bring hope to others is what definitely, as cringe as it is. I've been reading so many emails and DMs from different people that have my disease, and just by doing the stuff I just did this past weekend in Arizona, it really got people motivated and excited, and they reached out and they were just awestruck with what I just did. And that any doubt I have about my purpose or what I'm doing, then they just come in with that spark of hope, and I'm just like, oh my god, that's so beautiful. This is so cringe. I love it.
So one of our viewers, Tyler Duff, says he wishes you the best. You're a beautiful woman. He loves how humble you are.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I think I'm ugly as fuck. As for As
No,
for
not at
my
all.
humility, I don't know.
I think you have a broken
don't
mirror.
see.
I think you
You
have a
know
broken
how,
mirror
like-
in your house.
Listen, motherfuckers, listen. So you know how there's that movie that Shrek?
Yep.
Oh, come on now.
Get ready. You don't know what I'm gonna say.
No.
You don't know what I'm gonna fucking say. Don't say no. Listen. So
Hey, my wife thinks you're hot. She's seen your picture.
I love that female energy. We love that. Okay,
Yes.
so everyone's valid to have their own opinions. Like if you think I'm attractive, you think I'm attractive. But my opinion on myself is so that movie fucking Shrek, right? So there's this princess in it that like she's the haughty redhead, but then she turns into the green ogre, right? So that's the whole setup. So I told my friends this, but it's basically sometimes I feel like people see the haughty princess, but I see the other ogre, you know, like I don't understand what you guys see.
Well, just take our word for it. We're guys. We know what we're talking about.
I honestly think you got a good head on your shoulders. I can see the drive in your eyes. And I see you're very devoted to crushing your issue that you have going and trying to get back into the ring. And I can see you're a fighter
Thank you.
from start. Just keep pushing it, keep doing what you're doing. Let your body tell you. Your body will tell you when to stop, but your mind is going to tell you to keep going. Just go with your heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. Like you guys just I didn't like when I went and trained at Rikishi's, I was homeless. You know, I worked at Walmart. I worked night shift at Walmart to pay for wrestling school. Wrestling school was so expensive. I had to sleep out of my vehicle in the daytime, and I was a poor kid that had no like my air conditioning was busted in my vehicle, and so I literally had to crack the windows and pray to God no one murdered me. And I did this for 7 months out there in LA just so I could train under this legend. And I sacrificed so much for wrestling to be put into a wheelchair, to be battling this horrible disease that's nicknamed the suicide disease. I survived all of this to get out of that wheelchair to not wrestle. You know, like it just wouldn't make any sense to not continue the journey. So thank you.
Right.
Thank you for being so kind and saying those kind words because like I truly need to hear the positivity because man, it's been a long journey and I'm definitely I don't mean to make another fucking movie reference, but Lord of the Rings, you know, like Frodo at the end when he's all like busted up and shit, and he's like climbing that mountain at the end, and it's like you're almost there, motherfucker, and it's like yeah, I'm tired.
Never give up. Never give up. I had that. I always want to give up, but I have. I'll use a movie reference. Rocky. I have Mickey in the back of my head. Get up, you son of a bitch. You know, keep on going. Keep on going.
Right. You know, life knocks us down and it's so disheartening, but as long as you keep on getting back up. It's not
Exactly.
the cliche. It's not about how many times you get knocked down, but how many times you get back
Always
up.
get back up.
Rocky said it the best. Rocky said it the best. Sylvester Stallone. Doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down. It's how many times you get up and keep going for it.
Yep.
Also, do you think he's a good kisser?
I wouldn't know.
I have no idea.
I don't want to know.
Okay, well, that wasn't the question. Do you think he would be a good kisser?
Who?
Sylvester fucking Stallone.
No Diddy.
No Diddy.
Okay, well, listen. Okay, so what kind of money would it take to find out?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That question
He's
came out.
not a bad-looking guy. What's your stingy problems?
No Diddy.
No Diddy.
No Diddy.
He's not my type.
What if he approached you and was like, "Do you want to find out?"
No Diddy.
No Diddy.
All right.
Sorry.
I'll just leave it at that. One of our viewers wanted to know if you had any title you could win, what would it be and with what company?
What was it?
If you had an opportunity to win any title, what title would that be? Which company would it be with?
Guys, I am so lame. I don't give a fuck about titles.
I
I know
can
you're
see
the wrong crowd to say that to. Shit, don't give me heat.
I can see you going for a women's hardcore title. That's just me.
Okay, yeah, throw some title names at me. Like, you think hardcore title, like, on the indies, babe? Or, like, tell me, like, what you see. Because, like, I personally don't give a fuck if I ever win a match. You know what I'm saying? Let alone a title. Like, I'm chill with just making a career.
Yeah, Tommy Dreamer said it the best. You know, he was good. He never won a big title in the beginning because he wasn't out just for belts. He was out there to put on the show.
Honestly, like, if I was just a healthy, normal person and I just had a normal career this whole time, wrestling and grinding, I'm sure a belt would mean something to me. But my story with my sickness, just wrestling in general is going to be a huge accomplishment. Just wrestling a match. So we're learning how to fly here, and we're talking about, like, astronomical to the moon, like,
well, I could just imagine your first match is going to be really emotional.
It's good. Oh, it's going to be on TV too. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah. So I can see where it's coming from before it happens.
It's going to. There's a couple different companies that we discussed, which I guess I shouldn't say that. But we are gonna film it, and it's gonna be so freaking beautiful. You guys are gonna love it.
We look forward to it.
It's like I tell everyone it's like a Disney Hallmark film, but it's mixed. It's like produced by Kevin Smith and directed by like Rob Zombie or something. You know what I mean? Like, this is
awesome.
This is my personality is definitely not an inspiration story, but here we are. Like, I have an inspiration story. Kids, don't Google me.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I don't know why.
You had mentioned this injury. How were you injured? What happened there?
Right. It was in a match. I've spoken on this a lot in public, actually, but it was out in LA, in front of the whole school. I was just having one of the matches that we had out there, and I ended up tearing the ligaments in the bottom of both my feet. And basically it activated my disease. So my disease is CRPS, complex regional pain syndrome, and it's a neurological condition, and it started in my feet, and for the past 7 years it has spread. And I went near 6 years, 6.5 years undiagnosed with my condition. And basically, if it would have been caught sooner, we could have contained it, if that makes sense. Like basically, a lot of people don't understand how the condition where it's neurological, it spreads and it becomes full body, and that's what happened with me. So with my health condition, it's very hard to exist and breathe, let alone go out and try to run, let alone weight train, let alone wrestle. So I'm like moving mountains.
That's what I was gonna ask. I was gonna ask, how's your day to day with it? Yeah.
Yeah, my disease, my sickness, like, it takes lives. It's very scary, and it takes lives. Do we have another person? Oh.
No. I put a graphic.
I'm blind. I saw the screen flicker, and I'm like, here we go.
No, I put a graphic up here about complex regional pain syndrome. It is a form of chronic pain that usually affects an arm or leg, and it typically develops after an injury, a surgery, a stroke, or a heart attack.
Right. So it's pretty scary, guys, because imagine one day just having a heart attack and surviving, but then developing the most painful pain known to mankind.
Yeah, I had another graphic up here that says the pain is out of proportion to the severity of the initial injury.
So that's what's scary is, so imagine breaking your arm and you knowing what that feels like, but then all of a sudden that goes up, and you're like, holy shit, what's happening? And you're like, this isn't a broke arm. but then you got to explain that to doctors. You got to explain that to. It's a mind game. It's for sure a horrible, disgusting disease, and I'm lucky to be alive. I'm lucky to have survived because.
Well, thank God.
Yeah.
My doctor, in better terms, the first things she told me was, "How are you alive? And how is your brain?" Because the studies of CRPS are compared to the PTSD studies of soldiers.
Wow.
So
Wow.
with my brain, you develop like brain damage. You develop trauma because of the constant pain. You got to think of the most painful pain you've ever felt in your life, and it's worse than that. And imagine that not shutting off, a light blaring, a sound blaring, never shutting off, and constant agony. And my doctor, she's going to be in the doc. We're going to have her filmed, but people kill themselves because we want to escape the pain.
Yeah.
Say you had a heart attack and you develop it throughout your left arm. Well, there's mercy doctors out there that will amputate your arm for you because you can't stand the pain anymore.
Oh.
But this is the thing, it's neurological.
Yeah.
So then when you start developing it in your other arm, you kill yourself. So I was organically battling this without pain pills for nearly, like right now we're going on 7.5 years now.
Wow.
I haven't touched pain pills, and that's what keeps my brothers and sisters alive with this disease. Ketamine infusions, which is liquid opioids, it's horse tranks. I'm not shaming my brothers and sisters for taking the medicine that they need to take, but even on these medicines, it is nicknamed the suicide disease because they're taking their own lives, because even with the medicine, they can't stand the pain. So the whole study is, how am I doing this without pain pills? How did I do this? Like, only for a year now have I been given a medical marijuana card. So
That's
the
good.
study
You're a
is,
fighter, Paige. You're a fighter.
I mean, we're trying to figure
You're
it
a
out
fighter.
because maybe there's something about me that could help others, though. Like, maybe whatever it is I'm doing, because the stats are the stats. Like, and this is so unpolitically correct, but the people that are offing themselves are on the medicine and they still can't stand it. So how did I organically raw dog this and not off myself? Like, that's what we're trying to.
You have a drive like no other. You have a drive like no other
I mean,
to get into the ring again.
It's definitely something people are writing books about right now, and we're trying to figure it out because this could save a lot of people, and even people without my condition and other pains and other health conditions, and we're doing studies not to. I'm so much more than just being a guinea pig, but where my sickness did spread, like, I found out that I'm not allowed, even though it's not my disease is not contagious, but what is it called? Transmittable. What is it called? Like, I can't give it to you.
Communicable.
Well, like, basically, like, transmittable or whatever. You can't contract it.
Yeah, transmittable. You can't.
Yeah,
you can't
it's
contract it.
neurological. It's like, imagine like being the whistleblower of cancer. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And like, if you have stage 1 cancer and you catch it in time and take the medicines or whatever and go into remission, yay. But if you don't catch it in time and you're on stage 4 or whatever, it's like it's basically like that, but it's above cancer. So it's hard to explain, but basically, I'm the whistleblower, and we're trying to figure out how we can save people without the opioids, without I don't know. I don't. You guys just feed off of what I just said because it's just so deep.
I'm just a person looking from outside, and what you're saying right now is all your reasons why you're making it, why you're doing it. I can hear it in your voice, and I can hear the words that are coming out of your mouth. And I can see younger girls looking up to you because of what you've done and how far have you gone so far.
Oh, thanks.
And that's from outside eyes. I'm just looking, from outside. That's my view and my take of it.
When I was in that wheelchair, I had doctors quite literally just say, I'm fat, lose some weight, and the pain will slowly go away. And I was battling the most painful pain known to mankind. And not that I would have took them, but I was not once offered pain medicine. Never once was I offered any pain pills. No one believed my pain. They just thought I was being a girl and just bitching and complaining. And I was battling the most painful pain known to mankind. There are soldiers from war coming back, having injuries.
What's up, Max?
There are people. There's like not trying to be in
I would
politically correct.
I would never compare myself to you, but I myself, I have at least 5 to 6 bulging discs in my back.
I'm so sorry for your pain.
And I don't use pain medication.
Oh, congratulations! That's good. Good for you.
I don't believe in it. I have a high tolerance to pain, but hearing you makes me think my pain's nothing compared to what you're going through on a daily basis.
Well, thank you for sharing your pain story. I'm sorry for your pain, and I think it's badass that you don't take medicine like that. I do take medical marijuana, but I never lessen your pain just because you hear my story, because everyone has their own pain tolerance and everyone has their own different forms of pain, and you're valid in your pain. And I always tell people that just because I have my disease doesn't mean you're not allowed to be in pain around me.
Well, I've seen family members and stuff take medications and seen what it's done to their body and see them deteriorate in front of me. And that gave me the drive not to do what they did and to see how I am compared to how they were at my age, like my father, God rest his soul. See what my father went on to a daily basis of taking hands full of medications to basically keep himself going on a daily basis. But you're here doing this without it. I mean, you got medical marijuana, but you're doing it. You know what I mean?
Well, a lot of people ask me, because people, not to downgrade it again, I'm very politically correct. I'm the worst. I don't know why God fucking chose me for this bullshit, because like he knew I was politically correct. He knew I was a chubby, ugly bitch that wouldn't know how to speak in front of people, and he's like, you know what? Blessings, my child. You are the chosen one. Bring awareness to this disease. And it's like, bitch, I don't know what I'm doing. I just wanted to fucking wrestle. But basically, oh shit. Oh wait, did I lose you guys?
No, we're here.
No, we're here.
You're good.
We're here.
You're good.
Oh
We're
wait,
just listening to you.
it's starting to storm, and it started like freezing. Sorry.
You're all right.
You're good.
That's okay.
Okay.
Take a breather. Take a breather.
You mentioned medical marijuana. Does it help compared to other therapies you're trying?
Okay, so when you get diagnosed, there's different treatments, but I turned them down because why start now? And then I'm not going to do any more surgeries because I know better. It causes spread. And then
Angelo, what's up, brother?
No, I've been doing it holistically and organically, and my doctor even we experimented with veganism as well, and like what we were putting in the body. And we've my doctor and I for a minute were tag teaming this, and we're doing different we were doing different studies on how we can organically fix this, because there's no cure. And she even told me that there'll never be a cure. And I told her, yes, there will.
You mentioned you were in a wheelchair. Obviously, you're not in a wheelchair now. How long were you confined to the wheelchair, and how were you able to?
So a lot of people don't understand and don't quote me on the statistics, but only 10% of people in wheelchairs are hydroplegics. Like others, like just like more so like wheelchairs I just lost the correct terminology for it, but it aids, like, as in, like, technically, you can't stand for long periods of time or walk for long periods of time. So I was never like paralyzed, but it was 3 years, and I was on bed rest. I had to be sponge bathed. I had a toilet next to my bed, and I could not walk to the toilet. I could not stand in the shower. I couldn't walk to the vehicle. The pain was excruciating just laying there. And I wouldn't know for nearly 7 years what the name of that pain was.
Wow.
And I didn't even have marijuana or alcohol or any other drugs or mushrooms or anything. Like, I've literally only for like a year now have even tried marijuana.
Have you heard of DDP yoga?
I did DDP yoga. It helped
you
me
did?
when I was learning how to walk again, actually.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah,
Rock on.
I got the DVDs, actual DVDs,
That is awesome.
and then
Okay.
the app ended up happening, I think.
That's awesome.
I thought about that
Yeah, and
myself.
someone is in the process of getting me in contact with him, like, so, like, he can know my story, but DDP yoga was a part of me
Well,
learning how to
I'm
walk
on
again.
Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I'll be tagging him.
Oh, thank
So-
you. Yeah, so I did the DVDs during the stage of trying to stand and walk again. And when I did that, like I said, the medical community, I went to 15 different doctors, and that sounds over exaggerated, but I went to 15 different doctors to try to figure out what was going on. And I had 4 different surgeries, and nothing would fix me, nothing would help me. It just caused it to spread and caused it to get even worse. And doctors looked me in the eye and said, I don't know how to help you. I don't know what this is. And to have the medical community scare the fuck out of you, and you feel so abandoned and you feel so alone, and then you go and find other doctors, like even higher up doctors, and they just say, you're fat, lose weight. Like, they literally
It's why you have this drive not to give up, Paige. Like I said, I'll keep on saying it, but that's the way I feel. And also, I do have severe anxiety myself, and I know for a time, the guys know too. I used to take CBD oil. My wife used to work at a company, and I was testing it out on my own, and it did keep it away, and it did keep it under wraps. Keep it down, and I wasn't getting the littlest things weren't setting me off or anything like that. And the pain, thinking about the pain, I found a way to do that mentally, and that's why I don't use pain medications and stuff like that. I've been off CBD oil for the last couple of years now, but I've tried it just to see what it would do, and it did keep everything cool.
Wow, I'm so glad that your mind is so powerful and you're so strong that you can just like counteract that. And I'm so proud of you to be able to like go so zen and guru, because like you'll understand what I'm saying about this, but a lot of people won't, like, because I'm not trying to discredit our pain, but it's mind over matter. It's more so like the pain
You said
is
it right
real.
there. Yep.
The pain is very real, but it is in our mind. And maybe like, so when people ask me, even without marijuana, like, how did I do it, and it's just like, I just went in autopilot, and I kind of just I there's a lot of details there. There's a lot of weirdness there, with like freaking Catholic priest and things that I saw, and like there's really spooky details. But basically, during my time of learning how to walk again, I put like I said, I was abandoned by the medical field. So when I taught myself how to walk again, I didn't have medicine, obviously, but I also didn't have a rehab facility. I had to go to a Planet Fitness and do it on my own. And I documented it. And I have the footage still. From the beginning of the year to the end of the year, I taught myself how to walk again in a Planet Fitness. And while I battled the most painful pain known to mankind in the bottom of my feet. And at the beginning of the year, I got on a treadmill and I would force myself to stand for like 30 minutes and walk and stand, no matter how slow it was. I would do it for 30 minutes every day. And then after a month of doing that, I was doing it for like an hour. It was so fucking painful and it was disgusting and awful. But I did it. And then like the next month, I was doing it for like 2 hours. And then 3. And I kid you not, this sounds over exaggerated, but I filmed it because I knew no one would believe it. But by the end of the year, I was in Planet Fitness every day for 10 hours, forcing myself to know how to stand and walk.
Wow.
Because I knew no one would help me. I had to save myself.
Do they have support groups for CRPS people?
Yeah, now that I know of it. And the torture alone of that year of learning how to walk again definitely did some. That was traumatizing enough. That was a religious experience alone, and no one should ever have to experience what I experienced. And it was vile. But yeah, there's a lot of different support groups where we find each other and we discuss different things. And I'm just blown away how ignorant we still are, even our own community. I mean, for example, just this past November, before Thanksgiving, I was having heart attack symptoms and I was rushed to the ER and not a single one of the medical staff heard of my disease. And they quite literally were going to let me die that night.
Oh, wow.
And I'm alive. Everything's okay. But for no one in the hospital to even hear of my disease, that we got to change that. And and like I was saying earlier, because of my disease spread with CRPS, even though I can't give it to you, I'm not allowed to donate blood, nor when things go south, I'm not allowed to donate my organs.
Oh, wow.
My organs are going to be too damaged to save other lives.
Wow.
And that messed with me so badly. That messed with me so badly to no extent because I'm an organ donor. And I've always loved the idea of saving people. And
well, there is other ways you can do that.
And just to have that taken from me really pisses me off so badly.
There is ways you can do it. Like I said, that's in the future. This is now. Live every day like it's your last day. That's what I tell everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You're out there. You're out there grinding. You're training. You're doing what you thought you would never be able to do, and you're outbeating what people said you couldn't do. You know what I mean?
Dude, there's just so much details to it. There's so much depth to it. When I was in that wheelchair, just looking out a window, I was like, wow, how do people stand and walk? Like, I don't understand how people do that. That's superhero stuff. Like, that's so crazy how people do that. Like, I literally lost my mind. It didn't make any sense. I genuinely did not know how you guys did it. I didn't know how people walked and stood and ran. It didn't make any sense. I forgot I could do that. And then I can do it now. It hurts. It's disgusting. Sitting here talking to you, it hurts. But that was impossible. So now I'm looking at the obstacle of wrestling, and that seems so impossible. That seems so superhero stuff. It's like, how can you do that? And it's like, nah, I think we've been doing this before. I think this is my next hurdle. I think I can do it.
I'm reading Angelo's comment. Angelo, I think she's at a bubblegum right now. I think she's ready to kick some ass.
Yeah. You mentioned your family situation earlier. Have you been in contact with your family since this diagnosis, or have they been in contact with you, offered any support?
Yeah, we're definitely going to save that for the book. Okay. But yeah, like different things have happened throughout my life.
Okay. So we'll read about it later.
It's going to be great.
Okay. Film at 11. What else would you like? Oh, well, I'd be curious to know, how did you come up with the nickname Black Dahlia for your wrestling character?
Okay, so back in the day when I was 18, I was just a valet at the time, and I wanted to be taken seriously. I didn't want, like, they kept on trying to, the different promoters tried to put like porn star stripper names on me, you know, like tacky just gimmick names, and I didn't like it. I was brought up in the theater, and I wanted to have a serious gimmick, and I wanted to have depth to my character. So of course my Halloween loving psycho ass loved the very true story of Elizabeth Short, aka the Black Dahlia, and the murder of her. Have you guys heard of her?
That's what I was thinking about when I heard this nickname. So
Yeah.
Are all of you familiar with Elizabeth Short's story?
I'm vaguely familiar with it. It's been a few years since I've heard it, but yeah, I've heard the story.
Me too.
Sick. Yeah, so that's where it originated from, was that. And because I was an actor, she was an actor, and I loved, before everyone started doing the Harley Quinn gimmick, I loved the whole multi-personality disorder shtick. I could take Elizabeth, where she was a young actress, and then the horrible thing that happened to her that turned her into the Black Dahlia. I can mold that into my gimmick, and I was the first ever person, because I think one other person did it later on for a couple years and then stopped, but I was the first ever person to do the Black Dahlia gimmick in professional wrestling, and I take pride in that. And then later on at Rikishi's back in 2016, I ended up becoming the first female ever to wield a chainsaw in professional wrestling. And so I made actual I made actual history in professional wrestling. So even if I'm too sick to ever wrestle, I will always be that person in history for those that care. I was the first female.
All I'm saying is you must love the chainsaw. That's all I gotta say.
I love chainsaws. I love horror. I love Halloween. You know, fall's my favorite season. Halloween's my favorite
you are
holiday.
the chainsaw queen. You're
And
the chainsaw queen.
There's been other girls that have been wielding chainsaws, and I'm actually really close friends with another chainsaw queen out in California. Shout out to her. She's amazing. She works with WoW, and she's an amazing person. But anyway, to be the first ever female in professional wrestling to carry a chainsaw, to wield it, because there's so many legends and so many guys that have done it, and to be the first female, it's like so cool.
Andy, Ben, you got any questions for her? I just don't want to speak over you guys. Yeah,
guys, keep on asking me questions. You can keep me for a minute unless the storm kicks me out.
Go ahead, Andy.
Yeah, Paige, you were earlier talking about Ohio and Indiana, but I went to your X page and I saw you have Cincinnati listed. Did you grow up in Cincinnati?
I was born in the area. And I have a lot of family from the area.
Okay, that's where I'm at. That's why I'm asking.
Andy, do you have an alibi?
Sick.
Andy, do you have an alibi?
I'm not going to murder him. Like, what the heck?
No. That was what I was referring to.
See, you know what's so funny is you guys like have me log off, you guys close out, but then you see me like in the corner over there in his video, and then I just get him.
Ben, did you have a question?
Yeah, it's more wrestling related. Who has inspired you within your career? Like, who would you like to be like? Is there somebody like in one of the big companies that you
definitely
kind of compare yourself to, or is it someone in the indies or just anybody?
Right, good question. I'm gonna go back to two of the people I've already mentioned, Trish and Natalia. So Natalia is someone I look up to, and I aspire to. I definitely am going to be down in Florida later on this year, and I'm definitely going to end up going to her training facility. And
would it be South Florida by any chance?
You get rich excited.
I'll be in Florida sometime soon. You definitely will see me soon, baby. I promise.
I do get like Rosemary vibes also from
Rosemary
you as well.
Baby.
Rosemary in TNA. I just get that vibe for you. You gotta Google her. She's
baby.
got the same attitude and the same.
Oh, sick. I thought you meant the movie Rosemary's Baby.
No.
Shit. That's like the Antichrist. I was like, what the fuck are you trying to say, motherfucker?
No. Rosemary the wrestler.
Listen, I'm an inspiration. Okay, God chose me.
You are.
Well, maybe someone else chose me. Maybe the devil did choose me. It's like, this is the bitch I want. No, but that was a really good question. And the reason I brought up, besides Natalia being a good mentor and someone I would love to work with, wrestle with, and I've always idolized, your wording, you said something, and I was like, well, that would be Trish, and something I compare my career to, in a sense, and that's so cringe. That's so cringe because she's such a superstar. But what I mean by that is, let me elaborate. She came in like as a valet at first. I don't know if a lot of people remember that. She was just a valet, and then when she started wrestling, she wasn't the grand superstar she is now, the legend she is now. Everyone was green at first, and she was green at first, and then she became the fucking icon she is now. Trish is like untouchable. But me being the valet turned wrestler, and even though I'm sick now, maybe getting a job as a manager and then building my wrestling or something, like that's something I kind of like feel like I can mirror in a sense. But I always have idolized her though. But good question.
Angelo, who he just popped a question up there, wants to know if you'll be at the Battleground event in Philly next month.
Good question.
We ask good questions here. I guess that will be revealed later. I'll let him work that one out.
Yeah, well, the production crew and I have been discussing different things, and it's like we are coming back to the company. It's just we gotta we haven't been announced for any dates yet, and I honestly don't know what the fuck I'm doing until it happens. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm the worst to work with.
That was Angelo's question. So
I did have some of the worst to work with. I literally was at WrestleMania for 3 days, and I looked at the camera and I was being interviewed, and I was like, "Where are we?" I was like, "What?" They're like, "Paige, you've been doing a signing with fans for 3 days," and I was like, "I don't know where I'm at." I didn't know the name of the con. It was absurd. I was like, "Well, fuck, I shouldn't even be here. I'm the least famous person here. God damn."
CJ Smith wants to know, have you ever watched The Heel on Netflix? He says you kind of remind him of one of the women's wrestlers on that show.
No, I've never seen that.
Okay.
Good question, G.
Yeah. Thanks for asking.
Is the person cool?
Yeah, he's cool.
Do you know who he's referring to?
I don't. Oh, the person that he's referring to? Don't know. He just said reminds me of
well, they better be cool and hot, and if they're not, fuck you.
If you'll pop the name up there, CJ, of the wrestler she reminds you of, that would be helpful.
We're about 8 minutes into our second hour, guys.
Are we? Okay.
Yeah.
I got another question too.
Okay, go ahead.
I noticed from some of your clips that you are or have worked with Memphis Championship Wrestling.
Yes, that was
so how is it down there? Because that used to be a major territory in a hotbed for wrestling, and a lot of wrestlers came out of Memphis Championship Wrestling. So I also see a lot of legends that occasionally go down there, and I've seen the Hardy Boys and a few other people go down there and wrestle. So that, and I saw you. You hit a spear on somebody or something like that?
Yeah. Oh gosh, so many. Yeah, good question. Don't know why. Like it's just so crazy. They book all these celebrities and they bring in all these different talent, and then there's me, and I'm just like, what the fuck? It's just like the camera turns to me, and I'm like, hi. Like you just listed all these legends and all these different people, and then they're doing signings there, and then I'm just there next to them. And I was like, why are people pity fucking me? I'm not a Hardy boy. Like, all right, like let's do this. But no, yeah, I've been getting booked down there, and I've done TV down there, and it's pretty daunting that my wrestling journey is what it is, because like you just mentioned, Memphis has a deep history with wrestling, and a lot of history, and I am honored that my baby steps back into the wrestling world is retracing the steps of our forefathers, you know.
AJ
And
Smooth in the house.
hello.
He's one of the ones he says you probably know him as AJ Smooth. I'm talking about Angelo. But he's one that asked if you're going to be in Philly.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm bad with names. So,
Of course, you said that.
I have brain fog. Okay, it's a part of it. So yeah. Just put me back into it. What was I saying?
I'm sorry. I was trying to flip
Fuck you. What was I saying? It was a good question.
Memphis, hotbed.
Yeah.
It's such a good history, and it's enriched with history, and to know that these are my baby steps back into the business, and I get to wrestle on Memphis, Tennessee, but or I get to manage right now because I'm not healthy enough to wrestle. But to be going from a wheelchair to doing that, like, how sick is that, guys? Like, that's so cool. And then yes, one of the things they had me do was a spear, and not many people. I'm gonna pull the curtain from this just a little because it's definitely gonna be. It's a part of my story, so you guys are a part of it. I never lie to you guys, and I always tell the truth. And being able to do a spear on TV like that, and it turning out to be pretty solid. It looked great, but to know what we know with my sickness, with my crippled legs, with barely being able to do what I'm doing, and being in the pain that I am in, and then to not have any practice beforehand, which is totally unprofessional of me. I should have practiced like before, but like when I got there, it was just like, you know, a lot was going on, so I didn't get to practice the spear beforehand, and that was all a one take, and that was all live, and going from in a wheelchair to learning how to walk again, to barely being able to stand, barely able to run. My legs are still jello, and it's like, okay, action, spear. And it's like, we're on TV, fuck! And to be able to do that, it's like, god damn, fuck me up the ass. God, fuck, God. And it turned out good. Like, I didn't fall, I didn't trip. It wasn't bad. I mean, I'm not Brock Lesnar. I'm not gonna be like diving throughout the air and all muscular and screaming, but yeah, it was pretty insane that I got to do that. So thank you for bringing that up. It was live.
One of our viewers said he has to ask, what the hell drives you to still wrestle with all that pain, or want to wrestle?
That's a good question. Yeah. Well, wrestling did this to me. I fell in love with a sport that I felt like I had no business being in a sense. I was just that good little girl, theater kid. I had no business getting involved with wrestling, but I did, and I fell in love, and I was good, and I was designed and bred for this with my acting background and with my athletic background. It's like I want to do this, and to make sacrifices and go and train under legends and work my job at Walmart, and to sleep out of my vehicle, to choose to pay for wrestling school and be homeless, and go days without food, and quite literally I was shitting in cups, guys, like being homeless. Like, wet wipes are your friend, and having no access to toilets, like you like have to use like a McDonald's styrofoam cup to like go pee and poop. Like this is what I had to do for professional wrestling, and to go days without food and no starvation, just to be put in a wheelchair and not have a career. So even though I am in pain, and yeah, it is the most painful pain, why the fuck would I stop now? I got out of that wheelchair. I sacrificed. I paid my dues. I scrubbed toilets and watched other people wrestle because I was, you know, the new kid, and I was like, I'm gonna be in that ring, and to be put in the wheelchair and then to survive this. My doctor and I discussed it. I'm not gonna say too much, you know, because I don't want to get her in trouble or anything, but
We get that.
this was a very religious thing, and she believes that I survived for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
CJ Smith was talk about the character from Heels you remind him of, and this is the picture he sent me. And this character's name is Crystal.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Yeah, I haven't.
I love that. Oh, thanks for that's cool.
It's about the television show's about two brothers who are running their father's indie show in Georgia. But that's apparently one of the main characters.
Yeah, I've heard of it, and I dare say I might have seen a trailer of it before, but I've never watched it.
Okay.
But cool.
Is there anything else you'd like to say to us that we don't already know? We know you're into horror movies. What's your favorite horror movie?
Ooh.
It's obvious. One of them.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Other than that one.
My number one all-time favorite horror film was the OG Nosferatu.
Yes.
The OG, and that's just being brought up with theater and old school movies like that, like the silent films. Like that was my go-to. I loved the old monsters as well, but and then of course the OG Leatherface, like that was it was impactful seeing that guy just destroy people with a freaking chainsaw. Like that's just so insane. Like other people just pick up a knife or something normal, and to have a freaking chainsaw is just absurd, and I love it, and it's so gnarly. And to I actually this is something cool we can talk about. If you guys go on Pluto, I think, or
Pluto.
Tubi, it's one of those two. You go to my Instagram and check. I think it's Tubi. But it's called Dinner with Leatherface, and it's a doc film
that's the one I want to watch the full thing. I just seen a little tidbit of it.
I missed the red carpet premieres in New York and LA, but they're having other premieres, so I'm gonna look at the schedule and then make appearances at those. But it is now out on, what is it? Is it Tubi?
Yeah, Tubi.
Guys, so this doc, we discussed it like he was just saying off camera a little, but it's I'm in it, and of course as the first female to wield a chainsaw in professional wrestling, that's why I was on it. And it's pretty cool. We were talking about the OG actor who played Leatherface, and of course he's not with us. And what did you think of it so far?
From what I seen, I was in and out watching it. There's a reason why they picked you, Paige. There's a reason why they picked you for that specific documentary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you said, you're the first chick in professional wrestling to wield the chainsaw. You know who that is in the middle of me and my son, right?
Oh, that's Dad. That's R.A. Mahoff.
That is Leatherface from the second Chainsaw Massacre.
He's my dad.
He actually lives down here. He lives down here by me.
Where are you at?
I'm in South Florida.
Okay. Yeah, he's like a father figure to me. He's great. I call him Dad, and then the other Leatherface from the remake, I call his name is Brett Wagner, but I call him Uncle. So like I'm friends with some of these Leatherface guys, and they're just so sick, such humble guys, such big gentle giants. And
Brad's a cool guy. And like I said, me and my son met him in a signing at one of the cons, and him and his wife believe it or not, they picked up right away on my son. My son has autism, and they picked up on it right away because they have a grandchild that has autism as well.
He's like such a sweetheart, such a gentle giant, and I'm not allowed to announce too much, but you mentioned cons. There is a con in Lexington, Kentucky called Scarefest, and for the past like 3 to 4 years, he's been using my chainsaw that I actually carry out to the ring.
Cool.
He uses it for his photo shoots. So for the past like couple years, if you've gotten a photo with him, that's my chainsaw. And so it's like extra cool that he's Christianed it and signed it. So it's like an actual piece that's probably going to be a part of
wrestling history.
Yeah,
wrestling history.
And I love him, but there's a lot of cool things at Scarefest that's going to happen this year that we
I'm excited.
have a lot of business meetings to come up and do, but I'm excited, and you guys can probably guess what we're going to be pulling off, but he's going to be a part of it.
Cool.
Awesome. Yeah. You mentioned Bronwyn Billington at the beginning of the show and your good friendship. How did you guys get together? How'd that evolve?
She's probably mentioned the full story with you guys, and I'm gonna let her mention who, but if not, then that's just her story to tell. But different people know of us.
Okay. I can see where this is going.
So basically, what you're saying in a lay low kind of ways, they consider you double trouble.
There we go. So her and I ended up linking up, and we're gonna do good business together. I love her so much. She's such an angel. And
we love having her on the show. She's just a sweetheart.
She's so cool and so fun. And I was trying to have her come in to this big con in Indianapolis this past month, but she was booked on the Chris Jericho cruise. So I had Haley J from OVW come in instead with me and the Puppet Master. So that was a good experience. I ended up getting the flu actually, so that was a bad experience.
So did half of the people on the Jericho cruise.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So then now that she's more settled down, I was gonna have it set up to where her and I work together WrestleMania weekend together, but the people that were bringing me in, there's been complications with them, so it's gonna be like my schedule WrestleMania weekend is gonna be so freaking insane and stupid and last minute. So stay tuned for those announcements, guys. I wish I could talk about it now, but everything's been chaos.
I'll be watching the Instagram for updates.
Thanks, Ben.
And I tell you what,
are you guys going to be there in Vegas?
I'm not.
I wish I could.
I wish
I could.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, all my schedule will be announced as soon as I have it all locked in. It's honestly, it's frustrating how chaotic my life is.
Well, sometimes chaos is good.
Yes.
Not when you're freaking me, goddamn. It's like shit. 1 second I'm gonna vomit or shit my panties. Bullshit.
Well, when you're able to tell us more, but we can have you back on and you can tell us more.
Oh yeah, maybe like bring me back on at the end of summer or something, and I can give you an update.
We can arrange it. Yeah, we can arrange it.
Have you back, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, there honestly a lot of really, really cool things are getting ready to happen come spring, summer. So there will be a lot of updates to talk about before spooky season.
Rock on.
I love it. Do you guys have anything else you want to ask me?
I think I've run out of questions myself.
Yeah, we pretty much got everything. It's just good to have you on and good to spread the word of CRPS for everybody, watching. Jerry just joined us, and he's a CRPS warrior.
Sending you low pain days, babe.
Yep.
Well, Jerry, what do you think about me being a wrestler? Being your CRPS sister? Let me know what he says because I'm blind. I
Okay.
don't
All
even.
right. Platinum Swords wants to know if you could turn yourself into a horror villain, what would be your story?
I
I
already
bet it
am
involves a
one.
chainsaw.
No, I already am one. What do you mean? Like, is this not this isn't an inspiration story. This is
I
like
can see
this is my
her. I
villain.
can see
This
you
is
in.
a villain story.
Hey, I can
Jerry
see you in
said-
a remake of the Chainsaw Massacre, and you being the sister with the chainsaw.
Jerry
that'd
says
be
he
so
doesn't know
sick.
how you do it. He wants to know what hurts the most.
Oh gosh, it's always so hard to do this live. Talking to my CRPS brothers and sisters, it's always so difficult for me. Just it's weird, babe. It's a mind game, but the hardest part is the mental health that comes through it, especially during a flare up. Like, I did a spear and I was hanging out with one of my boy toys. You know, no big deal. Ha. Sorry, I tried to make a joke. Anyway, no, I
You're
was
fine.
like, I was
I
wearing
got it.
no, I was wearing shorts in front of one of my roommates, and I was covered in bruises from that one spot.
Oh.
That one move. I forgot. My dumbass didn't take a photo of it, but there'll be more to come, I'm sure. But from that one move, you would have thought I just got done with like soccer practice. Like, it was absurd how many bruises and I think the most painful part is, oh god, this sounds so cringe, so forgive me, but I'm just being organic. I'm speaking to my CRPS brother right now. The worst part of this is dying without doing it. And you'll understand that, babe.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse Cortez is another viewer. He was our guest last week. He said he's had over 32 microfractures in his right ankle, and he's had 2 surgeries, both over 8 hours, and now he suffers from CRPS. Some days are extremely brutal. He feels your pain.
Oh my god. Sending you low pain days, babe. Jeez. I am sorry.
He's a wonderful individual. So
Man.
try to call him friend.
I just that's beautiful. So many people with CRPS has tuned in. I honestly, it breaks my heart for every single one of them because we all have our different stories. We all have our different journeys on what medicines we choose to take, what surgeries we choose to do, what therapies we choose to do mentally and physically. And I support every single one of them with each of their stories. And I'm sending them low pain days.
Awesome. Jerry Bonner says it always hurts later after the bumps when you're not expecting it.
Yep.
Oh, fuck. Babe, stop. Oh my god. Oh, yeah, I feel that. Yeah.
But we're happy to play a part in getting your story out there and bringing awareness to CRPS, and hope it
How cool
gives
is that? You know, like, I was in the ER with doctors not understanding or nor knowing, and now here we are on a podcast spreading awareness, and a lot of people that didn't know now know, and
What's up,
maybe
Curtis?
we could just keep on spreading that. Who the fuck is Curtis?
He's one of our viewers.
Oh.
He's commented. He just
What's up, Curtis? Let's talk about something serious.
Yeah. They chime in and say hello. Some will make us snide comments, and they kind of razz us a little bit. We get used to that. So,
Oh, what's a rude comment they've said?
No. They're aimed at us.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. What the fuck have they said about you?
We're-
No one's gonna say anything rude about me. Duh.
No.
We're used to
No,
it.
you got a few fans in our audience.
Yeah.
Just quite a few.
Quite a few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't put some of them up there, but we got a few guys that are potentially single.
we had like a double person watching the comments. I was watching the comments. Mark was watching the comments.
No, they
I'm
we got
single.
So they're potentially single. So
I'm single and ready to mingle.
I'll pass along your Instagram
We'll pass it along.
And guys, she owns a chainsaw. So just an
That's
FYI.
I
That's
have
right.
10 chainsaws right here.
Paige, I used to do wrestling promos, and this is how I met Mark. And my character's name is the Warden. And if you've seen my character compared to me, just like AJ Smooth, he knows my character. My character comes from a bunch of wrestlers that I looked up to as a kid. And if you've seen that guy and seen me in person, you're like, wait a minute, who's this guy and what's this guy?
Exactly.
We're like two different people. So,
well, I mean, like, people get lost in the performance and people get lost in what wrestling is, and it's such a beautiful sport, but also it's like you don't go and watch Superman, and then when you see the actor in real life, you don't go, that's such and such. No, you treat him with respect as the performer, and like a lot of people get lost with the performance, but yeah, you have to send me some of your promos. I'd love to see your old work.
I have them in my Instagram. I have them all over my Instagram.
Richard had to go to his next door neighbor to tell him not to call the cops. He
yes,
heard yelling.
Yes, because I have my man
Funny,
cave.
I love that. You got into a gimmick so much.
Yeah, I had because I used to get lost in my gimmick. I used to try and sell it, like they call it, and I got so good at it. I went over to my neighbor. I said, "Hey, look, I just want to let you know if you hear any yelling and screaming, it's not me yelling at my wife. This is what I do." And I actually showed it to him, and he's like, "Damn, that's good."
Have you ever had the cops called on you before?
Well, good thing I have family in law enforcement, so they all know I'm crazy.
We had a fellow promo guy got arrested in front of a church, an abandoned church.
Yes, in front of a church in full makeup.
Yeah.
Did someone catch it on film?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
He did say, it's just there. We don't have any physical proof, but he said he took his mugshot with the horns.
Yeah, he had horns on his head.
Why did he get arrested, though? Why did they just say, hey, leave?
He was in front of an abandoned church.
They thought he was
in
a
New
mental
York,
health
in New Jersey, one of the most popular churches that went down. He was standing in front of it doing his promo.
They thought he was some kind of a.
Yeah, but as soon as the motherfuckers showed up, I would have took off the gimmick and been like, "Hey, I'm filming a promo. I'm not really the blood."
I think the pig heart gave it away, so that's why they booked him.
Like, I'm telling you right now, I dropped the chainsaw so quick and be like, listen, guys, I'm not ready to get my cheeks clapped and spread. Like, I will definitely drop the bar of soap. Please. This is just, please don't
I can tell you that when they put him in a holding cell, all the other inmates were at the other end of the cell.
What's up, Gianni?
He had the whole end to himself. So, well, Paige, anything you can tell us that's coming up, like any WrestleCons you're going to or any events you're going to be?
I'll be in Vegas. And then let's see. Stay tuned for the announcements of what I'm going to be doing all that week. I'll make a post. This weekend, I am going to be somewhere.
Okay.
Oh my God.
You heard it here first, folks.
She's going to be somewhere good.
Somewhere.
Fuck you. Let me think. Okay, no. FTC. Ha, got it. So I'm gonna be. I don't know what day though. Go to my Instagram and look. It's one of those. It's this weekend.
Now your best social to find out everything that's going on with you would be
I'm
Instagram.
shadow banned, so if you don't follow me already, you're gonna have a hard time finding me. To follow, God damn it! Fuck! Ah! So there I am on Instagram, but the thing is, if you type that in, you won't be able to find me. I'm shadow banned, so you gotta go to one of their pages and find my tag.
Okay.
Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna be at Bobby's this weekend, and then the following weekend, I'm gonna be at. I'm not sure, but yeah, go to my Instagram and check that out, guys. Sorry.
Okay. All right.
Subscribe to my OnlyFans.
To my inner circle of guys, I will share the link with you guys.
Why is there balloons? What the fuck just happened?
These are comments.
We don't know.
These are viewer comments popping up. Oh, that.
Oh, that's fun. Let's all do that. Everyone, throw up your fingers. Like,
I'm on a
laptop. Peace sign.
It's an Apple phone thing.
Yeah.
Is anyone on an Apple phone?
No, I'm on my laptop. I got an Apple.
Only
right
Andy.
here.
Andy, set off the fireworks, Andy.
Yeah,
hang on, I gotta remember how to do it. I think was it double or it's just?
I think it was double.
Yeah, I don't know. Give the thumbs up.
There she goes. The
It's not
double
working.
thumbs up.
And
Wow. That's what
it
Paige
is.
is out.
There
That's
you
my
go.
exit. I love that
Cool.
so much. Oh,
Jim-
I have this whole gimmick. The doing this was so funny because like it reminded me of this whole gimmick I'm about to do. Well, you guys will see, but I bring refs into the bathrooms and stuff. It's gonna be funny.
Hey now.
Jim Mills says this girl is great. I mean, we've got a lot of good comments about you. We've got a few
Thank
guys
you.
that have fallen in love with you.
Yeah, I can't wait to have Brodwin and you back on together.
Oh yeah,
That'd be cool.
let Bronwyn and I link up this summer, like in person, and then we'll just come on and do an interview together.
Sounds good.
Great. We'll see if we can coordinate that. That'd be great.
It'd be great.
Well, Paige, we appreciate you joining us tonight. We appreciate you sharing your
Fans,
story.
like, oh sorry.
Oh, that's all right. You were cutting out.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now. You
Yep.
cut out there for a
Yeah,
second.
you
I'm
cut
not sure.
Oh, with the whole Bronwyn thing, though, to tell the fans, Bronwyn was supposed to come on for an interview, but there was schedule conflict, and then when she got brought on, actually, I was supposed to be a surprise for her, and literally my phone got shattered and destroyed, and I was like MIA for a minute, and that was just real life. It was part of my crazy. As you guys can tell, there's a lot of craziness going on in my life, so
Life happens. We at least
add that
expect
to
it.
the story. And then so I didn't get to come on, and then she was supposed to come on tonight and she didn't get to, but it's her and I have a lot of cool things that are coming up, and definitely bring us back on so we can announce it.
Okay.
Do me a favor, Paige. Don't change for anybody.
I mean, you guys got me for another probably, like, I don't know, I'll probably be here another 10, 15 years, you know? So, I mean, my razzle dazzle's here for a minute, so let's do it. I'm not here for a long time, but a good time.
We want to hear you
Hey.
come back and say you've got back in the ring.
Yeah.
They say
You know how fun
Yeah.
that's going to be? You know
That's
how
what we
fun
want.
that's going to be?
Absolutely.
I have a lot of hard work to do. I have a lot of training in the gym and in the ring and building my tolerance with my disease, and doing wrestling's hard, and then wrestling in a sick body is even harder. So,
hey, you know
like,
what? Life is like a fast car. Ride it until the wheels fall off.
Absolutely.
thanks, babe.
Absolutely.
All right, you guys are amazing. Thank you for bringing me on.
Come back soon.
I will.
We
You
enjoyed
guys
this.
are
Thank you.
appreciated.
Thank you.
You guys,
Thank you very much.
take it
You have a
easy,
great-
Paige.
Thank you.
Be safe.
Thank you for coming on. Be safe, bro.
Bye, guys.
All right.
Black Dahlia, Paige Collette. That was fun, guys.
That was high energy right
That
there.
was high energy.
was.
Most entertaining interview.
That was high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're a little behind on our regular stuff, but I'll catch up. This is our belt of the week. I lost the video. I don't know what happened to it. And you notice I'm wearing the T-shirt because
I thought I had the belt of the week.
You can show yours off, but I'm
Okay.
going first.
That's what
You
she
show
said.
me yours and I'll show you mine.
Now hold on, Richard. I'll swing that way. So this is BCW is having their Guthrie event this weekend in Guthrie, Oklahoma, north of Oklahoma City. I go twice a year, April and October. I commissioned the heavyweight and tag team belts, and I showed you guys the heavyweight.
It
belt
was
that
Scott. I just can't put up that comment.
but I finished the re-leather on the on my replica, my copy of their BCW tag that I helped design. Unique Spirit made the belt, and it is modeled after the WCCW tags. But I took the globe out and put their logo here. Got buzzsaw. There you go, buzzsaw. And the only thing I changed on this belt was the outer side plate that has on the back of the T-shirts. It says "Jobbing People" and Bernie Bridges and Jobbing People since 1999. That's on their side plates. And I'm going to take this belt with the heavyweight. It's also got the blue backing. You get the blue backing. It's hard to see the color, but it's blue. Trust me.
It's blue. You can see
Yeah,
it.
it's blue. But I'm going to take this up there with me this week and take the heavyweight belt with me and show my support for BCW. Support your local indie promotions. They really appreciate it. They don't make a lot of money. They make most of their money off of the merchandise T-shirts, pictures, autographs, things like that. So be sure you support your local indie wrestling promotions. But I'm gonna wear the gray version of this T-shirt and take this belt with the heavyweight. So looking forward to that. Oh, okay, Richard, your turn.
Okay. I don't know if I ever showed this off on the show. I've always mentioned my first spinner. And this is the original spinner that came out, the John Cena spinner. And I wanted to do something different with it that nobody else has done with it before. I mean, I've seen a couple guys do it, but not like this. I had the plates restone first.
I'll bet you do.
It is I want to say like a hunter green strap.
Oh, okay, kind of like the European.
Yep.
Okay.
A little bit lighter than the European.
Okay.
And for the piece of resistance, I wanted something different that nobody was using at the time. So I had them put orange croc.
Orange croc. Okay, looks red from here, but I got
orange croc backing. And I might ship this to Rick and see if he can do some paint mods for me, and I might need a stone or two added. I was going for the Miami Hurricanes look. That was the theme of this belt.
I think you got it.
And between Louis Pinch and Michael Todd Anthony, I got it upside down.
Yep.
They were able to make my dream come true with the belt. Like I said,
I remember that belt now. Yeah, I remember that belt.
Yeah, this was the very first spinner I had done. And Mike did this back in the day. It was one of my first of 3 championships that I owned that I bought it in the bulk deal.
Let me ask you this: when you spin it, does it make that grinding metallic sound? Yep. You got the original. Yep.
So they're known for that. Okay.
Yep.
I have one. The ones that were made in 2005 makes that sound.
Awesome.
They fixed it later. The later
yeah,
model.
they spaced it a little bit more so it didn't hit the back plate.
Yeah, that one is a 2005.
Yeah, this is something I wanted to do. I just wanted to do something different than anybody was doing it. And the guy who did the leather work, like I said, Michael Todd Anthony, he liked the idea and he went with it. And believe it or not, this croc backing, he had to look all over for it because it's not traditional backing. I think he took it from something, some kind of material. He took it off for something, or he found it somehow, and it actually looks like real crocodile.
Looks good.
So I was thinking out of the box.
Creativity.
That orange, I'm sure it's hard to tell from my standpoint because I got lights in my face. I can't see colors, but I bet that orange goes great with that green.
Yes, that's why it popped. It popped perfectly.
Kind of like Miami Hurricane colors.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, that's what I was going for. That's what I want to do, the paint mod. I mean, it's been re-leathered, so the plates itself could be modded. I want to
have an older one, Scott.
Yeah, I want to do the swoosh like an orange, the Hurricane orange.
Yeah.
And then I have the regular plates. But I do have a signature series that I'm also thinking about something too. Yeah, I'd love to see that platinum. Send it to me.
I'm not a Miami Hurricanes fan. I hate that team, but I love those colors. They're pretty. Very pretty.
Yeah, it just pops. Even the European title that Mark did for me.
Hello, Michael.
What's up, Mike?
The pastor came in just in time.
Just the perfect timing.
Perfect.
Just at the perfect timing.
Don't watch the replay, Michael.
Don't watch it.
Yeah.
Michael, just say a couple of prayers for us tonight. In a good way.
See you, Platinum. See you.
Right,
have a good night, Platinum.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, we had quite the show. She was great.
Oh, yes. Good work.
High energy, boy.
High energy.
Yes.
You guys, you know what? I'm used to that. I'm used to that energy.
But to put up or to fight through that pain the way she has, I mean, her outlook is really bright. I mean, most people would just let it get to them.
Some people would have given up.
Yeah.
She don't have no give up in her.
A weaker person would have been done already. She's not weak, you know.
No.
Yeah.
You know, she has her moments, like she said, but she's pushed this long. I mean, look at me. I mean, I don't want to brag, but I don't use pain medication, and I deal with it on a daily basis. I deal with the, you know, with all the other stuff. You know what I mean? And just to hear her story today and see there's another person out there that's battling something that's even worse. Like you said, like she said, mentally, physically. Mine is only physically. Hers is mentally and physically. You know what I mean? And
Right.
you know, between her and my son, I know they're fighters. They're both fighters. You know, and
Right.
it's an inspiration to people who are dealing with it, and you know, it was awesome.
We're really low on time, so I got to get these things in real quick. I want to shout out Kevin Davenport's DDK podcast. You want to watch this Saturday? They're going to have a belt makers roundtable. I think he's got have three makers.
Yep. Drip belts, C4, and Groovy championship belts.
Awesome. That'll be great.
Replica belts.
Okay.
Belts.
Be sure to check that out on Saturday evening on the Double Dropkick podcast, DDK. He's on Facebook, on YouTube. He's also on True Social and X. So be sure you check that out. It's going to be very, very informative, very interesting. So.
You definitely want to catch the show.
Also, because we get to mention it at the top of the show, we're looking to get 500 subscribers on the Wide World of Belts YouTube channel. And once we get there, we're going to have a giveaway for this beautiful Winged Eagle by Unique Championship Belts. It will be on my leather. The plates are on their way here as we speak. They left the United Arab Emirates sometime early this morning, so they should be here sometime Monday or Tuesday. And I'll put that on leather. And once we reach 500 subscribers, we'll be giving that belt away. But it's identical to this one. This one is my personal belt. So, and I also have for sale this Dome Globe standout strap for the Premier Dome Globe. And it's ready to go. All you have to do, if you know the Premier belt, it's got the screws on the back. Just take the screws off, take the plates off, put them on this strap, and you're good to go. It'll look like the real thing. I'm asking $350 ship for this one. So if you're interested in this, it'll be on the belt sales post tomorrow. Otherwise, you can hit me up in the messenger. And then one quick item of news on WWE. Charlotte has finally confirmed her divorce with Andrade. And I guess she tried to keep it under wraps because she felt like a failure, is what I read a brief little thing about it. Did you guys read any more about it?
Yeah, she said she felt like a failure because it's her second marriage.
Yeah. Well, when you're a celebrity, those things happen. You know, schedules conflict with your personal life. There's a lot of things happen.
And it's not just that. You're doing it. Yeah, you're doing it in a moment. You know what I mean?
Marrying wrestlers.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Find an ordinary guy.
Well, I'll say this: her first ex is still with his current one.
Well,
Thomas
you know,
Ladner.
that's the problem with some of these celebrities. They marry popular people. What about the average Joe like me, you, Andy, Ben? You know, if we were single and we were out in the world, why is it when you're married, all the women want to hit on you, but when you're not married, they don't want to hit on you?
I wonder that myself.
I think it's because they see responsibility.
I'm still not getting.
Well, they see play with him and send him home. That's what it is.
There you go. Or open up the car door and let him out.
Yeah. Yeah. Open door at 60 miles an hour, kick him out. Yeah, she is a lot like her father in that regard.
Yeah,
I guess. But glad to see her back in the ring.
Maybe that's what she doesn't want to be like.
Yeah. What else is going on in the world of professional wrestling?
I have an opinion of what I think is going to happen at WrestleMania. I said it in the chat. Andy agreed with me. I have a feeling we're going to see a double cross, and Paul Heyman is going to turn on not only CM Punk, but Roman Reigns as well. I see Cody and The Rock turning on John Cena and leaving him lay out in the ring, and Cody turns heel and retains the belt.
We shall see.
And I'm a John Cena fan. I'm just saying. I don't know if it'll happen, but I definitely know for a fact I feel it that Paul Heyman is going to be with Seth Rollins.
I've got
But you don't.
It's time. It's
But
time.
you believe Cody will retain.
I'm thinking he's going to retain if he turns heel. If he doesn't, if it's not a double cross, John Cena is going to take the belt.
I think both champions walk out of WrestleMania with their titles. Both of them.
Yeah.
If Gunther doesn't win,
it's going to be by disqualification. That's the only way Jay's going to win.
If he loses the title, let me say.
Yeah.
If he loses the title, it's not good.
I think Solo's going to step in and help Jay get the title. I mean, that's just everything.
I think that's a possibility.
I got to spoil it. I got to spoil it over here, guys. I think a bunch of people are going to pay way too much money to sit ringside and watch these matches.
Yeah.
What if we see
go with that one.
What if we see Zilla make his entrance?
He's been talking a lot.
Yeah.
He's been talking a lot.
What if we see him get involved in this match? Nobody's seen him in WWE, in a ring in WWE. What if he just comes out of the crowd and helps Jay out?
He is his father's twin, too. He looks just like his dad.
Yeah.
Well, my biggest question mark of the evening is, will Cody suck eggs?
Mm-hmm. God bless Zilla. He just had a baby with his wife or his girlfriend, whatever, it is. He just had a little one. Mm-hmm. I seen that on the Instagram. That's pretty cool. Okay, I'll get back.
We'll make sure. We'll have to make sure we do a. We'll do a prediction. Get predictions.
I think what we should do. We should put up a tread that night, for the first night and the second night. Everybody's predictions.
I read that The Rock wasn't going to be there, but
that's what I'm hearing too. But you never know. It's the wrestling business.
You don't know when The Rock's gonna. You just don't know. I mean,
yeah. Do they take Facebook pay, Gianni?
Only on Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Do they take Klarna?
Klarna, yeah.
Oh, asking for a friend. Sorry.
Asking for a friend. Right.
Yeah. We got 8 minutes left, and I want to do this because I didn't know how long it was going to take. But in light of Richard had to pay tribute to his mother last week on the show. It was her birthday.
Yeah, it was my mom's 82nd birthday.
Yeah. Well, today is my sister's 56th birthday, or would have been her 56th birthday. We lost her in 2010, January 2010, to diabetes, which is a horrible, horrible disease. Wouldn't wish that on anybody. But it just hit hard today for me for some reason because she would be 56 today. She passed away when she was 40. And it's just hard for me to believe she would be that old at this point. But I want to show a couple of pictures of us when we were younger, which every picture of us is of us when we were younger. But this is us. I don't know how old we were, 11, 12 years old maybe. Or I was. She was 2.5 years younger than me. She's my baby sister.
A great picture, Mark.
Thank you. And then this is from all that I know, is the last picture ever taken of us together. Much later in life. I think I was in my 40s. Yeah, I had to have been in the 40s. And the two pink shirts were not planned. It just happened to work out that way. I don't remember why we were there together. This is my parents' house. She lived out of town, but she happened to be there that day, and I showed up, and we took that picture together. So she was a school teacher. She taught at 3 or 4, maybe 5 different schools. And when she passed, every school she taught at let out school that day so they could attend her funeral. They had the funeral at the school auditorium, and there were at least 400 people showed up. They had to overflow into the high school gym. That's how well liked and how well loved she was. If you knew her, you loved her. She loved to give me a hard time, but she wouldn't allow anybody else to give me a hard time. She was always very protective of her big brother, but it was open season on me where she was concerned. But I just want to let everybody know that today's been a kind of a rough day, but I had a really great little sister and miss her tremendously. She raised 2, turned out to be fine young men. They both ended up in the Navy. One is still in the Navy, about to get out for medical reasons, but one's at Stanford University studying, I think law. and she would be very proud of that. And she passed away way too young and didn't get to see those boys grow up. So,
I'm sure she's looking down over you tonight, and she's looking over her boys.
Yeah, there was nobody that met her that didn't love her.
Well, she's got a smile that's contagious, man. She had a smile that was contagious. She did.
And I'll tell you something else, just kind of a testament to her life. When in high school, she got picked on by some of the girls in school, bullied. But when it came time for her to run for homecoming queen, some of those girls that picked on her voted for her for homecoming. She won homecoming queen her senior year.
Nice.
So, but I just wanted to wish her a happy heavenly birthday. And she's missed each and every day and thought of each and every day. So, no problem, Kevin. No problem at all. We appreciate you.
Oh, my dog.
Thanks, Kevin.
Oh
wow.
So we got 5 minutes left. What else can we talk about, or do we want to?
Ooh, wait a minute.
My daughter just handed me this spiked WWE pineapple powerhouse.
It's alcohol. I can't drink it.
I didn't even know they made this.
It just came out like
did it?
2-3 weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Ready for WrestleMania.
Like and subscribe.
See what you did there, Ricky. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Mendoza. Yeah, she's my only sibling. Oh, sorry, Rick. And thank you. Just hold up her like Price is Right.
On a serious note, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in every week and supporting us.
We appreciate each and every one of you.
We do. We sure do. Thank you, everybody.
There are guys that give up 2 hours of their life every week just to watch us act like idiots. So we appreciate that.
Speak for yourself.
Did you guys make sure he had extra cookies in his dressing room, because you know how he gets?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry. I was so enthralled with the guest.
He likes the chunk cookies, with the extra.
Those cookies. Okay, I was thinking. Yeah, okay. No.
Get your head out of the gutter.
Ben, did you ever get your check?
You see my face.
Classic Shields was supposed to send the check.
You're supposed to get.
It will be here in 2030.
Hey,
you were supposed to get the check.
Did you use the same sending service as Classic Shields? We told you to stop using them, people.
I know. My bad. The lobbies.
Pony Express. Pony Express is faster.
Pony Express.
Carrier pigeon.
Right.
A guy on a dirt bike with 2 belts under his arm could deliver it faster.
You might as well roll it up, put it in a bottle, and throw it into the ocean.
You're getting your check via smoke signals.
Matter of fact, I think they used it as a smoke signal.
Ocean. It might land next to the Titanic and then come float back up 5 years later.
Right.
My wife has a jar she wants me to open here. Yeah, just after the show.
Tap the bottom. Come on, tap the bottom. You gotta tap the bottom. He used all his strength earlier. Forgive me.
I was checking some stuff on my phone so I could put up on the show. So
thank you guys all for thoughts and prayers you sent me. Thank you.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you're good. Fun. And I put that in my phone so I remember that day too, so we can send you some encouraging, supporting words that day too.
Well, with that, I'll go ahead and end the show. Unless you guys have any parting words. I want to thank Paige Collette, Black Dahlia, for joining us tonight. We'll have her on again soon.
On the show with us.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Andy.
Thank you guys.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
It's just awesome being a part of you guys.
Thank
Kevin,
you.
Gianni, Antonio, Ethan, Chris, Kevin,
Nick Carnivale,
Nick Carnival, Chris Stratton, Tony, all you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for believing in us. And
how would you know what those are?
Thank you guys. It's awesome.
With that, I'm gonna end the show. Thank you, Jerry.
I just have one final word.
You're number one in our book, Chris.
I have one final word.
All right, go ahead.
Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Have a good night, everybody.